Good morning. Good Thursday morning, the 19th, is it? Yes, June 19th. Yeah. I got to make that bigger on my watch. We'll get some glasses. So, how you guys doing? Good to see you. Good to be seen. All that stuff. 78 on the sleep score. Boom. Yeah. Can't complain with that. I'll take it. Yeah. So post in the chat how you doing as you jump on. Try to remember to open up Instagram today. We forgot, I think, yesterday, the day before. So what is happening? Roy Dahl, first one out. Good to see you, man. Yeah. Coffee's good today. Went with the little bigger cup today and doubled down. I was kind of at that half cup, and I don't want to be halfway through this and run out of coffee. So I had to touch her off. Hey, Rachel. Rachel, hey. Good morning with a 9.5. Josh Baker is here with a 9. Good to see you. 78 on the sleep score. Feeling good this morning. Doing all right. Coffee number, I guess, 2.5. Digging for more all the time. Yeah. Day 175, I believe, if I'm doing my math right. Man, that's a lot of days doing this. Couple of them have been touch and go where we've either been in a hotel room or I think I did one at breakfast once. It kept the dream alive. But we get them done, right? We get them done. So Dave Howard, good morning. Coming in at a 1.5. Yeah, who else? Is that let me see. Got going on here. 4, 5, 6, 7 people. Good to see you guys. What's happening? Who's got a win from yesterday they want to post? Lay it on me. What is going on? Had some great coaching calls yesterday. Aaron Callie is here. Good morning, sir. How's the weightlifting going? Good, I hope. Good morning, Dave Brackett. Sorry I missed your call yesterday. We're going to connect. I'm not ignoring you. Holy crap. Things have been crazy. So I'll try to get a hold of you today. I know sometimes you give me a call when you got a little windshield time. Sales is sales. Oh, man. Yeah. Well, how we doing, guys? Good to see you. Welcome in. Like I said, 78 on the sleep score. Feeling good. Continuing to work out and lift and do the stuff. It's playing a long game, of course. Took a little while to get out of shape. Got to take a little while to get back in shape. And that's okay. We don't mind. Be nice if we could get some good weather. Exactly. Yeah. So, hey, I want to continue the conversation about creating a positive work environment, right? A culture, good culture at work, right? Because we all have a hand in it. And if you don't think you do, you're wrong. So today I'm going to share some practical steps to build a thriving culture. Let me just make this a little bigger on my notes so I can see it. There we go. Heading towards needing some readers, I think, but that's okay. Getting old. I'll be 56 in August. Jesus, going fast. Well, here's my opening line. Your company's culture is like a garden. It needs constant care and attention to grow. Huh? How do you like that? Pretty slick, huh? But the best part, you got the power to shape it. You're the gardener, right? So today we're going to focus on how to intentionally create a work environment where people want to show up and collaborate and give their best. Wouldn't that be a cool world to live in, right? Not when everybody's just there punching in and getting their 8 hours and going home and all that. Yeah, Rachel, you're right. Sweat for the win. Got to get into that monkey suit. There's power in psychological safety. Okay. Let's talk about that for a minute. Psychological safety is a foundation of a positive work environment. When employees feel safe to express themselves without fear or judgment, they are more likely to contribute ideas. They feel safe, right? They're more likely to collaborate and innovate. All the things, right? How do you create that? Well, pretty simple. Funny you should ask. Encourage open communication. Don't just have this dictatorship, right? Create an environment where employees feel comfortable sharing ideas, asking questions, offering up concerns. Sometimes that can get away from you as a leader or a boss, but it's your job to shape that. Right? Celebrate the failures and the wins, as opportunities. Reframe mistakes as chances for growth, not just as failures. But be careful, as my friend Lisa says, not to just keep moving the finish line when somebody does something great, right? Celebrate it, right? Show empathy, understanding when employees share feedback, and act on it when it's possible. How about fostering collaboration over competition? Nothing wrong with a good, healthy competition, right? However, wouldn't collaboration be more effective? Healthy competition can drive performance. Collaboration should always take priority, though. In a collaborative environment, employees feel supported and work together to achieve common goals. Not everybody's super competitive, right? Not everybody has the same personal goals. Okay. How do you do that? Well, create cross-functional teams. Encourage collaboration between departments. That'll help foster diverse perspectives and ideas. You would be surprised if you just open your ears what kind of ideas people have, right? And as a leader, if you're not hiring people that are smarter than you, you're going backwards. Okay. Emphasize teamwork in your values, your core values. Make sure your teamwork is one of your core values. Simple as that. Make it a priority when making decisions. Read back over them, and then reward the collaboration. Recognize and celebrate that stuff. Individual achievements. Call it out. And then this one's an interesting one because it's encourage work-life balance, right? And I'm not talking about you as the owner or the leader. Those are called losers, Bubba says. Thank you for bringing my call to a screeching halt once again. Yeah, those are called losers. I was just about to launch into my work-life balance thing, which I know if Steve jumps on it, he'll be all over me. But what I mean is work-life balance for the people that work for you, the employees, so they come back and they show up, right? Encourage them to set boundaries, personal boundaries, respect their off hours, right? Just because you're the owner and you're still working at 8:00 at night doesn't mean everybody has the same mission as you, right? They don't own the place, and they may never own the place. So try to offer some flexibility with their work schedule if you need to. Promote some time off. Make sure they're taking their days off. And then make sure they're not abusing their PTO, right? I got some PTO time I'm going to use. Wendy used a little PTO time the other day. I told her you got some PTO time accrued. And then take some time and, celebrate those achievements with people, right? Because recognition matters. It's one of the most powerful ways to motivate and retain employees, guys. Simple as that. The more you recognize and the more you reinforce good behavior, the more likely people are to stay engaged and committed to the company's success and the overall mission. Pretty simple, right? Yeah. Every time I keep looking at my notes, I keep seeing Bubba's comment. Those are called losers. Regularly celebrate those wins, guys. Acknowledge the big and the small victories. Public praise goes a long way in the office or on the job site, right? Personalize the recognition. Tailor the recognition to individuals' preferences. Hey, if you know somebody likes a certain thing, deliver that, right? Some might prefer a private thank you rather than being called out. Know your people. And then incorporate some of that peer recognition as well. Encourage employees to recognize each other and their contributions and achievements, okay? And then lastly, how about creating a physical and mental space for focus and creativity, right? And I'm not talking about a safe space, okay? You guys leave me alone. I'm talking about just maybe having some place where somebody can concentrate. I'm a guy that if there's a lot going on, I can't read, I just can't concentrate. So I have to get in a quiet space, right? Maybe provide a place where people can focus deeply, or collaborate, or, hey, engage in some creative thinking, whatever it is. Just design a comfortable workspace. You'll be surprised what happens. They don't all have to be sitting at a desk all the time hammering things out. Maybe you provide that quiet zone, or maybe you encourage a break. Hey, I know you've been sitting there a long time. Why don't you take a walk? some of the best places that I've seen to work, like, have a shower. So maybe you can run at lunch. You work out. Maybe you don't have to go home or go to the gym, right? Figure out how people are living and what they're doing with their lives and try to support that. Yeah. Um, anyway, so I would ask you to do this today. Take a moment to think about whether your employees feel psychologically safe. Do they know they're going to have a job? Do you share sales numbers with them? What can you do today to encourage communication and reinforce safety in the workplace? Safety meaning people feeling like they're going to continue to have a job. Yeah. Praise in public, correct in person, Dave says. Yeah. Yep. So genuine, specific praise is big. Of course. Of course it is. Yeah. And then assess the collaboration efforts. Is it happening at all within your company or on your team? Guys, this isn't just if you own the company, all right? If you're a leader, you're a team leader, whatever, this stuff can help you. There are changes you can make today to foster a more collaborative environment. Hey, can you do a team building initiative? Whatever. Hey, go play paintball. You get to shoot each other, right? Go to Top Golf, whatever. Just go do something that's not necessarily work related. And then check in on that work-life balance. All right. Look at your current practices and determine if there's room for improvement in supporting work-life balance amongst your team. What's the one change you can implement immediately to show people that you value their personal time? And again, I'm not talking about you. You work all the time, 24/7 and all weekend. Screw that work-life balance. Kind of kidding, but not really. Like, we know that as an entrepreneur, you're probably going to be out of balance most of the time, right? There's nothing wrong with trying to be balanced, but it just, you end up getting pulled out of balance a lot. So, guys, creating a positive work environment doesn't require huge sweeping changes. It's just the small, consistent efforts that build up over time. Hey, I appreciate you. Hey, thanks for showing up today. It means a lot to me. Say something that other people don't, by prioritizing like psychological safety, collaboration, work-life balance, and then recognition among peers. You're building a culture that not only attracts top talent, but keeps them happy and productive, and it retains them. Remember, it's not just about, making work a great place to be. It's about making it a place where people thrive and feel supported. Ask yourself this. I said this yesterday, do people come and stay working here? Or do they stay 6 months and leave? Do they stay a year and start their own business? Do they, is this just a launching pad for everything else? And why aren't they staying? Maybe ask them, do an exit interview. They might be honest with you. Lou Gertzner says, culture is not just one aspect of the game. It is the game. So, call to action, right? Got to have a call to action. Reflect on your company's current environment today. What is it today? What's one step you can take to make your work culture even more positive and supportive? What can you do? I challenge you that. Okay? Drop a fist pump in the chat if you're committed to creating an environment where everyone thrives. And I don't care if you could be a team member and still make some of these changes. You don't have to be the business owner. You don't have to be the boss to affect change and culture in your team. Okay. So tomorrow we'll talk about how to measure and adjust your company culture to make it grow as your business does. Sometimes a business will outgrow the culture, right? Things need to change. So don't miss tomorrow. Be back at 8 a.m. So yeah, guys, drop a fist pump in if that was helpful. Hopefully, we're doing culture and work environment type stuff this week. Try to maybe pop out a couple of tips and tricks, and maybe you guys grab a nugget here and there or something that you didn't think about. And maybe take a look at your own behavior and how you deal with situations either on the job site, in the office. How do you operate? How do you handle things when things don't go well? Bubba, I said a fist, not a foot. Feet for Bubba. Oh, you guys are going rogue on me now. I got Dave Howard with different stuff. I guess as long as you're responding. I want to make sure you guys feel psychologically safe here today. Yeah. Well, what are you guys up to today? What's happening? I got a couple extra minutes. Hit me. Dave Brackett, are you still here? You selling anything? What's going on? Rachel says, learn how the differences in personality types can help you brainstorm ideas versus getting annoyed by someone's ideas that are different than your own. Yes. Yes, yes, and yes. Yep, for sure. So, guys, hop on the daily sales accelerator today. Bubba, who is on this call, is going to be leading the role play call. So if you're interested in getting better at your sales game, you don't get better just by reading books and hearing about it and watching different things. That's love, Bob. Come on. What did you do? Yeah. Carmen is here. Good to see you. Yeah, you don't get better at sales by just showing up here every day and listening and having a few chuckles in the chat. Okay. Pop on over to the Daily Sales Accelerator. If you need the link, let me know. Bubba will be doing finishing up in Florida for a few weeks. Yeah, Bubba will be doing the role play call today. I'll be on as well. And so if you're interested in, hey, if you want to jump on and literally do a live role play and then get some feedback from us on how it went, what you could do differently, we're there, guys. So make sure you jump on and check that out. Also, if you'd like to come down to Houston, we're offering access and admittance to the Houston 2-day takeoff event for the Rosenberg Group for free. All you got to do is get there. We'll feed you lunch both days, have a happy hour at the end of day one, and we go hard in the paint, and it's 9 to 5, 2 days in a row, straight up business breathing into you. Here come the links from Wendy. She'll pop that in. Check it out. If for some reason you have trouble with any of that, give me a DM. We would love to have you in Houston with us. I know we've got the Mark and Michelle Bunker are coming down. Larry and Melinda White are coming down. I'm not sure. Matt Moore might be coming down. I'm not sure. But come on over. Maybe Roy Dahl's going to join us. We'll see. Yeah, yesterday Steve Rosenberg dropped fire. Absolutely. If you're looking for some of my time, you can grab that free strategy call link. That'll give you 30 minutes. Dan Wilson said, just did CPR training for my guys, provided breakfast and lunch, got morale up. Yeah, go to school on that, Dan, right? Like, go ahead, and I would challenge you to put on your calendar the next time you're going to do something like that. You know, I'm a big fan of doing things outside of work. Maybe it's a minor league ball game or a hockey game or whatever. Take them to, go see the Celtics or the Bruins or something like that. It doesn't have to be every weekend, but some things that are outside work that says, I appreciate you. It's bigger than that, because at the end of this whole journey that we're on, guys, you're not going to remember who sold what and how much money everybody made. You're going to remember the relationships you made along the way and the people that it had impact on you along the way. More importantly, the impact you had on someone else. Okay. I always loved when, somebody that I worked with or somebody that worked for me moved on to something else and bettered themselves. And because they worked with me or for me, were able to do something they might not have been able to do. That's pretty fulfilling. So kayak and trip scheduled for July 25th. Perfect. 4th year doing it. Nice job, Dan. That's great. Yeah. There's the 2-day Steve Rosenberg Group Summit link, 2-day takeoff event. Guys, it's like drinking from a fire hose, okay? If you want to come down and make a huge stride in your sales game, your entrepreneurial journey, like what you do in systems, processes, just taking a real 30,000-foot view of what it looks like to actually have a plan and be, reverse engineer. Say, hey, I'm doing 500,000 right now. I'd like to get 2 million in the next 2 years. Well, what's that look like? What needs to be in place in a year? What are the things we need to tackle today and tomorrow and next week? And actually sit and just take some time. A couple of days won't kill you. Come down and just dive in. I always say, get in the right rooms. This is the right room. And I've personally seen Steve literally not leave that room until everybody else does. And he's just there until he just wears everybody out. The white flags are flying because he's passionate about it. So get over to Houston. So Rachel, you coming to Houston? Dave Brackett, maybe you should come to Houston. It's priced how you like things, free. Just got to get there. No, you can't drive. Well, I guess you could. Guys, give it some consideration. I'll ask you this. If you're unhappy or not satisfied with how 2024 went and how 2025 is going, what's going to be different in 2026? What's going to be different? Or are you just kind of repeating the same thing year after year? And as I've often heard Steve say, and it says in one of his ads, if you can't walk away from your business for a few days, or God forbid, a few weeks, and come back and have everything running smoothly, you don't have a business. You have a job. Congratulations. You've built a job. So Wendy says, I got a wedding schedule for 8/16. Yeah, and the ground school event is 8/16, 17 is 18 and 19. So Bubba keeps telling Wendy she's going to be having her honeymoon in Houston. That went over big. So anyway, guys, give it some consideration. If not for you, pass it along to someone else. All right. We'd love to have them in the room. Bubba and I are having a friendly competition on how many people we can get interested in signing up, but he keeps stealing my people. He's like, well, I know what he's saying. I've known Roy longer than you have. I'm like, well, I invited Roy. He's like, no, I invited Roy. So we'll go halvesies on Roy. We're fighting over you, Roy. Yeah. Honeymoon in Houston, right? Anyway, guys, have a great day. Got a lot to do today. Exciting stuff happening. Good phone calls lined up. Maybe the sun will pop out at some point, but yeah, Thursday. So time to put the foot on the gas, finish the week strong, okay? Who needs to hear from you today? I always try to say that. Get out in front of it. If you got things to get done, get them done, all right? Then let's cruise into the end of the week with our foot right on the gas, all right? Guys, appreciate you. If you need me, let me know. I'm here. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow at 8 a.m. Eastern. Thanks. Take care.